Black American history has been deliberately hidden not because it was insignificant, but because it was powerful, revolutionary, and inspiring. Black Americans created groundbreaking innovations, led movements that shaped America, and built successful communities that thrived. The U.S. government felt threatened by this excellence and systematically worked to erase these accomplishments, making it harder for Americans to know the full truth. Official records were altered, achievements were credited to others, and entire chapters of history were simply removed from textbooks. This wasn't an accident. It was a calculated effort to maintain control by hiding the true legacy of Black excellence in America. Number 1. The fear of Black historical accomplishment. For generations, Black Americans have been portrayed as passive recipients of freedom rather than active architects of American progress. But the truth is far more powerful. Long before the Civil Rights Movement, Black Americans were pioneering scientists, inventors, political leaders, and cultural revolutionaries. They built independent communities, established banks and businesses, created advanced agricultural techniques, and developed medical procedures that saved countless lives. Instead of celebrating these contributions, the U.S. government actively worked to suppress them. Federal agencies classified documents showing Black achievement, educational boards removed Black historical figures from textbooks, and media outlets were pressured to downplay Black innovation. The question is why? Because acknowledging this history would shatter the myth of white intellectual superiority that justified segregation and discrimination. It would reveal that America's greatness was built on Black excellence as much as any other contribution. The real threat wasn't Black failure, it was Black success. Even today, this systematic erasure continues through incomplete education, biased historical accounts, and the whitewashing of American history. The truth cannot be changed, though. Black Americans have always been visionaries, pioneers, and leaders whose contributions shaped this nation. The sooner America acknowledges this reality, the sooner we can build a more honest understanding of our shared history. Black history isn't just about struggle and overcoming. It's about brilliance, innovation, and shaping the very foundation of American society. Number 2, Black invention and the patent suppression system. Black Americans have consistently demonstrated remarkable creativity and problem-solving abilities, developing innovations that transformed industry, medicine, transportation, and everyday life. Instead of celebrating these achievements, the U.S. government created barriers specifically designed to minimize Black intellectual contributions. For centuries, Black inventors were denied patents, had their ideas stolen, or were forced to register their innovations under white names. The Patent Office itself maintained racially discriminatory practices that made it nearly impossible for Black Americans to receive credit for their work. When Black inventors did succeed despite these obstacles, their accomplishments were deliberately left out of historical records. Government officials knew something profound. If Americans understood how many everyday items and critical technologies came from Black minds, it would undermine the entire concept of white intellectual dominance. To prevent this, they created a system where Black innovation could be simultaneously used and erased from history. Schools taught about Eli Whitney, but not about Lewis Latimer's crucial improvements to the light bulb. They highlighted the Wright brothers but erased Granville Wood's vital railway inventions. Even today, this legacy continues as Black innovators receive less funding, fewer opportunities, and limited recognition. The hidden truth is that America's technological dominance has always depended on Black intellectual power. From traffic lights to blood banks, from modern crops to computer innovations, Black inventors have shaped the modern world. Their names may have been temporarily erased from history books, but their genius lives on in the technologies we use every day. It's time to restore these pioneers to their rightful place in American history. Number 3. The fear of Black unity and organizing. Throughout American history, when Black Americans united for change, the government responded with surveillance, infiltration, and destruction rather than support. The FBI's COINTELPRO program wasn't just monitoring Black organizations, it was actively working to destroy them from within. Government agents infiltrated peaceful black groups, planted false information, created artificial conflicts between leaders, and even orchestrated violent incidents to discredit legitimate movements. Black leaders who successfully united communities found themselves targeted with unprecedented government resources, their phones tapped, their families harassed, and their reputations systematically attacked through media manipulation. Many promising leaders were imprisoned on questionable charges or died under suspicious circumstances that remain classified to this day. When peaceful protests occurred, government officials privately acknowledged their legitimate grievances, while publicly portraying them as dangerous threats to national security. This wasn't random paranoia. It was calculated suppression designed to prevent black political power from reaching its full potential. Even today, black organizations face heightened surveillance, infiltration, and media scrutiny compared to other groups with similar missions. The government understood what many Americans still don't, that when black communities organize effectively, they create powerful, positive change that transforms American society for everyone. From the original civil rights bills to voting rights expansions, from fair housing laws to educational reforms, black organizing has consistently improved American democracy. This is precisely why it was seen as such a threat. The question remains, why would a government supposedly built on freedom and equality work so hard to undermine peaceful black organizing? The answer reveals the gap between America's stated ideals and its historical practices. By exposing these tactics, we can finally understand why so many promising movements were derailed before reaching their potential, and why true black unity has been so aggressively targeted throughout American history.